Alright guys, welcome back to another week, and it looks like we're going to do a little bit of thrift store shopping. I am very excited to pick up, oh, look like it just started raining. I'm very excited to pick up the new release of M. Night Shyamalan's newest movie, Split. If you guys haven't seen it, with James McAvoy, it is probably one of my favorite movies of 2017. I'm so glad it came out really early to Blu-ray. Can't wait to own it. Kind of looked around a little bit last night, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any steelbooks or any exclusive covers or anything for that movie. But it looks like the cheapest is probably going to be at Best Buy. I think it's going for $19.99. So we're going to check that out a little bit later. But I want to hit up my local thrift stores here and see if I can find anything. Now it's about 9 a.m. It looks like a ghost town out here. I got my coffee. I'm all ready to go. Let's see if we can find some good pickups today. The Goodwill is open. Everything else is closed. Looks like they got a really small selection. Don't think I'll find anything here. Okay, so that was strikeout number one, but I mean, they had really like the least amount of DVDs and VHS I've ever seen in my life. So that Goodwill right there was a no-go for collectors. I have two right next to each other, the Coalition Thrift Store and the Arc Foundation, so these always have a lot of good pickups. This is really funny. I think I just found like I thought it was a bootleg at first, but I don't know if this is a Korean version or what, but look at that. Opens up. Very interesting, Lord of the Rings. So it looks like someone dropped off a couple of these. I'm not sure what versions these are, but I mean, that could have been for some good money. American version. Look at that.
Can I get customer service behind two for makeup, please? Customer service.
Yeah, look at that. Coach Carter. It's incredible.
We get a chance to win $200. We're also sending you a Six Flags.
Alright, so I found a couple of decent pickups in those last two thrift stores. Nothing too great, but we'll go over them in a second. I want to stop at this last thrift store before I head on over to Best Buy and pick up Split. It looks like they have all the same stuff, so I might get lucky with this one. Cross your fingers for me. Of course, it's a lot of common stuff, though. I feel like they took out all the good stuff just because it's a half off today. That's always a good one. House of 1,000 Corpses. Don't know what these are. Oh man, so I guess you guys weren't crossing your fingers for me because I found absolutely crap. I feel like they took out every good DVD for 50% off day today because there was a huge chunk, probably about 50 DVDs that were missing. Last week it was completely full. So unless a collector came over the weekend and just bought everything, they're doing something shady. So anyways, at those last couple thrift stores, I actually picked up some pretty good pickups. My first pickup is N1 Volumes 1 through 4 mixtape. Now, if you guys remember these, this one's sealed too. There's not much information on this, but the whole N1 series is really, really cool. It focuses on street ball. I used to be really big into basketball when I was in high school. I think these came out around the time I was in high school, early 2000s. And it's just, neat, cool tricks, and I think there's like music videos, and there's just really cool like hip hop music throughout. So this is like a 4-pack, 1 through 4. It looks like it's probably on either 2 disc or maybe 1 with all 4 volumes. But I remember these being really, really cool. And yeah, it's a collector's edition DVD. I couldn't even find this on Amazon or on eBay at all. So this might be a pretty rare find right there. And it's still sealed, like I said. Now the next one I picked up is another sealed pack. This one right here is a Warner Brothers film. Old classic cartoon, Quest for Camelot. Now I don't remember seeing this as a child. Now this animated film right here is about an evil knight that steals King Arthur's sword. And I believe it's just a quest to kind of get it back. I don't remember seeing this version right here. I remember Warner Brothers came out with a lot of films like this in the 80s and 90s targeted towards kids. This is still sealed, so really, really cool snap case right there. Now this pickup right here, I always see it in the thrift stores, but I finally got it. It's probably one of my favorite Happy Madison, definitely in my top 3 Happy Madison productions. It's Grandma's Boy. It's the unrated edition right there. Awesome, awesome artwork as always. Not sure if this is on Blu-ray at all, but I always wanted to pick it up on DVD. It's in really good condition too. It's a really, really funny movie. If you guys haven't seen this one, check it out. It's about this main character here who's always featured as a cameo in the Adam Sandler films. He's a 30-something video game developer. Now I forget what happens, but he ends up moving back with his grandma and her roommates right there. So it becomes like a Three's Company, Four's Company. I remember this elderly lady right there. She's all hopped up on drugs, so she's always saying a bunch of random stuff. I remember Kevin Nealon's characters right there, who plays a kooky boss, and I just got this for a couple bucks. It's so nostalgic to me. Now this movie is extremely funny. Like I said, I wouldn't say it's underrated because a lot of people love this film, but definitely check this one out. It's probably one of my favorites from the Happy Madison production. Now this last one right here I've never heard of. It's called Whale Rider. Now at first for some reason I thought that was Michelle Rodriguez, but I guess it's not. Now this story right here focuses on a small village, and it's about this young girl here, and I believe her twin was supposed to be the heir to this village. So she's kind of shunned by the whole village and her grandfather, and it kind of just deals with her. It's like a coming of age type of film here. Looks like it got really good reviews, a lot of good marks from Rolling Stones, and I don't know too much about it. Like I said, I haven't seen it, but I believe this is kind of like an out of print film right there, so I wanted to pick that up for a couple bucks. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have seen Whale Rider. Let me know what you guys think about it. Alright guys, so I am pulling up to Best Buy right now, and I'm going to see if I can grab Split on Blu-ray. They said they advertised it for $19.99, so that's the cheapest that I've seen. And we'll check out what kind of features they have on there. Awesome. So they have it here for $19.99. Cool. With the slipcover. Very awesome. Okay, it took me a minute, but I finally got my copy of Split. I'm really, really anal in particular when it comes to like all the edges and stuff. Sometimes the employees just like do a rush job and they just kind of shove them in there and then they jack up the covers and stuff. But I found a really good copy right here. So if you guys haven't seen Split right here, like I said, this is probably one of my favorite films this year. I believe it came out earlier this year, so it went to Blu-ray really, really quick. It's from writer and director M. Night Shyamalan, and honestly, right here, one of the M. Night's best films, period. I really agree with that. I really loved The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, but after that, I mean, he really had a bunch of flops, I'm not going to lie. So this one right here, I believe, really redeemed himself, and James McAvoy does an amazing job as far as capturing someone that has split personalities. I believe he has like 30 split personalities. It's really insane. But they only kind of focus on about 3 or 4 of them. Okay, so I was actually mistaken. He has 23 personalities, and I was really stoked to see on the bonus features it says that there's an alternative ending and a couple deleted scenes. Of course, the making of, interviews with M. Night as well. So I'm really excited to check those out. But this movie in a nutshell pretty much centers around James McAvoy, who immediately in the start of this movie, he kidnaps these 3 girls. He takes them to like this location that no one knows about, and he kind of proceeds to not really torment them, but he kind of he starts to introduce his split personalities to them, and you kind of find out why he's capturing these girls, and it's pretty cool to see because out of these 3 girls, there's one girl who is kind of like the outcast, the leader, and she's the one that kind of makes the decisions about what to do next, how to get out of these situations, and how to deal with James McAvoy's split personality. So it's just a really cool psychological thriller. I was blown away by James McAvoy's performance as far as a lot of his personalities, one being a small 8-year-old child, I believe it is, to a woman, to just these like a playboy, like a suave character, and then finally to his final split character, which is probably the darkest character you'll ever see in a movie. For the most part, I did like this movie, but there's a few little parts that I didn't really care for, but that's not to say that it's not a great movie. This movie definitely gets a 10 out of 10 in my book, and I'm not going to spoil the ending, but it does tie into another one of M. Night's films as well. So definitely check out Split if you guys have not picked that one up. Like I said, this is one of my favorite movies next to Get Out. When Get Out comes out, I'm going to be right here waiting in line. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers they release a steelbook because I'm going to be first in line in the morning picking that one up. So thanks guys for checking this out. Started to rain a little bit over here, but if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribing already, hit that subscribe button and leave some comments below if you guys have checked out any of the movies that I picked up today, or if you guys are looking forward to any movies in the near future. Let me know in the comments below. All right guys, I'll see you later.